A very good morning, students. Today I am going to continue with the same chapter, that is, chapter number 6, Animal Classification of Science 2, Standard 10th. Now, let us recall what we have studied in previous lecture. We will see that in previous lecture we have studied about germ layer. That means two type of germ layer are there, diploblastic and triploblastic. Coelom, then criteria regarding animal classification, phylum Porifera, phylum Coelenterata or Cnidaria, and phylum Platyhelminthes, etc. During this lecture also, I will cancel those contents which are omitted due to COVID problem in this chapter. Now, last time we have finished or we have stopped our lecture at phylum Platyhelminthes. Today I am starting our lecture from phylum Aschelminthes. So, now in these all lectures we are studying about the non-chordates. Here we will see, first I'll show you some pictures of this Aschelminthes. Then let us show you the picture of Aschelminthes. You can see here the picture of round worm. This is coming under the Aschelminthes. After this phylum, I'll teach you regarding phylum Annelida. I'll show you the pic of Annelida also. This is phylum Annelida. You can see the earthworm pic is there. Now, after that, we will study phylum Arthropoda. Let us show you the pic of Arthropoda. Here this also phylum Annelida. This is phylum Arthropoda. You can see here cockroach, butterfly all come under the phylum Arthropoda. After that, we'll see phylum Mollusca. This is phylum Mollusca. So these all pictures I have shown you so that this will be clear to all of you that which type of animals we can see here. Now one by one we will discuss about these phylums. So today we are starting with the explanation part, children. Here you can see this portion is actually cancelled. This part you can see, children, it is cancelled. Now we are starting with the phylum Aschelminthes, children. We'll see here. This is phylum Aschelminthes. The body of this animal is thread-like or it is sometimes cylindrical. Cylindrical means it is in the tubular form. The structure is like the hollow tubular form, or the shape is like the cylinder. That is why we are calling as the cylindrical. That is why they are called as the roundworm. Now we can see this was the first point. Now let us see the second point. These animals are either free living or sometimes they are endoparasite. Endoparasite means they are inside the body, they are host, or sometimes they are just free living. These animals, when they are free living, either they are aquatic or they are terrestrial. So aquatic mean living in the water, terrestrial mean living on the land. Now see the third point, that body of these animal is triploblastic. Triploblastic mean made up of three layer. That mean ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. And they are pseudocoelomatic. Pseudo mean false. Coelomatic means coelom. So they are having the false coelom. Now the fourth point is body of this animal is non-segmented. That means no segments are present there, and the body is covered with the tough cuticle. Cuticle mean outer layer. Now let us see the next point. These animals are unisexual. Unisexual mean either the male or reproductive organ is present or the female reproductive organ is present in one organism. So male and female are separate. Now the example are, we can see example are Ascaris, that is also called intestinal worm. Then the second example is filarial worm, on the third is the loa loa, it is also called the eye worm. Now let us come to the next. How this let us see this part is cancelled, children. We will see next phylum is phylum Annelida. The body of these animals is long, cylindrical and metameric. Metamerically it is segmented. So what is the meaning of cylindrical? Already I told you. And metamerically segmented mean, what is the meaning of metamerically segmented? That point you have to keep in your mind. I'll define you. What is the meaning of metamerically segmented body? Metamerically segmented mean they are having somite cells or homologous segments, or you can say the repetition of the organs and tissues at the interval along the body it is present. So this is called the metamerically segmented body. The animals are free living, but some are ectoparasite. Now what is the meaning of ectoparasite, children? Ectoparasite mean whenever the parasite lives outside of its host, it is called ectoparasite. Ecto mean outside. Parasite mean the organism which are dependent on the other organism for their food or for their nourishment. Now they are free living, and sometime if they are not free living, they may be marine or sometimes freshwater dwellers or terrestrial. Terrestrial mean living on the land. Dwellers mean on the their dwelling place or living place. Now these are triploblastic. These animals are triploblastic. That means they are having the three layers or three germ layers: ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. Then their body is bilaterally symmetrical. Bilaterally means like our body is there. If you'll cut two half, equal half, they are mirror image of each other. Then they are having their eucoelomate, mean their cavity is true cavity. Now these animals are having setae or parapodia or suckers. What is the meaning of setae or parapodia? Setae or parapodia are the, we can say that a number of paired appendages when they are having, or the paired limbs they are having, that are used for locomotion, sensation, respiration, etc. Or we can say that it is a flat, fleshy, hollow and vertical flap like structure or outgrowth which are present on either side. So this way we can define the parapodia. So this is important point. You have to keep in mind that in which type of the organism or in which phylum the organism are having the parapodia. So what will be your answer? That phylum Annelida. Now their body is covered with the special cuticle. Cuticle means outer layer. So a special type of cuticle is there. Now these animals are either hermaphrodite or unisexual. So this point you have to learn. Next point, it is hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite means this point also you have to learn that both the sexes like or male and female reproductive organ are present in the same organism. They or sometimes they may be unisexual also. What are the example? Earthworm, leech, naris, etc. So now we will see their diagram how which type of the organism are there. First of all, we'll see the earthworm here, children. So we can see this is the earthworm. Now it is having the opening on the top portion that is called mouth, and in the last portion it is having the anus. The last segment is called anus, but in between it is having one part that is called the, here you can see one specific part is there. It is made up of very thick type of the cuticle. This part is called the clitellum. So you have to learn that it is a thick part is a clitellum part that is present in the annelida. So here we can see that this clitellum part is present in the annelida. Now the next one is the leech. Leech is also having the mouth and the anus. Then next one is the naris. Naris is all, you can see here clearly the parapodia are present there. Now this part is cancelled, children. Here we can see next phylum is Arthropoda. This phylum is having the jointed appendages. That is the main characteristic. This phylum is having the jointed appendages. Now these animals, though they are having jointed appendages, that is why they are coming under the arthropoda. Arthro means jointed, poda means legs or limbs. The planet Earth has the highest number of animals from this phylum, with highly successful animal in this kingdom. So this point you have to learn. Second point. Third point is these animals are found in all type of the habitat. That habitat is ranging from the deepest to the highest, deepest ocean to the highest mountain. Now, what is the fifth point, children? That body of these animals is triploblastic. Triploblastic means made up of three layers. Eucoelomate. Eucoelomate means true cavity is present there and bilaterally segmented. So these are the characteristics. Now the fifth one is that it is a chitinous exoskeleton. Chitinous is a substance, or chitin is a substance which is present, which is a nitrogenous substance. It is very tough and semi-transparent substance. It is a main component of the exoskeleton. Now, here some animals are unisexual. Unisexual means further when the reproductive organ, either the male reproductive organ is present or the female reproductive organ is present in one organism, it is called the unisexual. Then what are the example, children? Crab, spider, scorpion, etc. are the example. Now let us see here the example, children. Their figure is there. You can see here. This is snail. In rainy season, mostly you can see black color organism is there inside the shell. Or then this cockroach is there. Then scorpion is there. Butterfly is there. These all are present there in this phylum Arthropoda. So you can see here. This is phylum, animals in the phylum Arthropoda. Now, this part is cancelled. Here you can see, children, this part is cancelled out. Okay. Now, let us see the phylum Mollusca. Let us start with the phylum Mollusca. Body of this animal is soft and slimy. Soft mean very delicate. That is why we are keeping this all. That is why they are referred under the phylum Mollusc. So main characteristic is that body is soft. Second thing, that it is the second largest phylum in the animal kingdom. So first is what? Arthropoda. So just now you have studied, children, that planet Earth has the highest number of animals from this phylum. Hence, phylum Arthropoda is the largest phylum with highly successful animal in the animal kingdom. So this is phylum Arthropoda. This is phylum Mollusca. Here it is the second largest phylum in the animal kingdom. Now the third point you can see here, children, that these animals are aquatic. Aquatic means they are living in the water, or sometimes they are terrestrial. Terrestrial means living on the land. That means their dwelling place is land. Most tentacles of the aquatic animals, these are called the mollusk, and they are aquatic mollusks. Sometimes they are marine. Marine means they are living in the sea water, but sometimes they are fresh dweller. Fresh dweller means they are living in fresh water. So and dweller means they are a living place. They are living, so they are living organism in the fresh water. That is why they are called as freshwater dwellers. Now, fourth point is that body of this animal is triploblastic. Triploblastic means made up of again three layer, children. Now, we can see here that body is eucoelomate. Eucoelomate mean again two cavities present. They are non-segmented. Non-segmented mean their body is not divided into segment like you have seen in earthworm children. That full body or full body of the organism is divided into small small segments. But here it is non-segmented. No segments are there. As well as body is soft. Except animal like the snail, their bodies show the bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry, so many times I explain you. Bilateral mean when we will divide the organism in two equal half. Each part is the mirror image of each other. So here the bilateral symmetry is present in case of the snail. Now their body is divided into three divisions. Which are three divisions, children? We'll see. First, head is there, foot is there, and visceral mass is there. So, what is visceral mass? That is a soft organ coming out from the body of the snail, and that is for the locomotion. Now, this visceral mass is covered with a mantle. Mantle is a hard outer covering that is made up of the calcareous substance. So this is very important point, children, that visceral mass is covered with the mantle, that is the hard covering or shell. This shell may be external or internal. Sometime it is present, this shell is present outside, or sometime it is present inside, or even sometime absent in some cases. Now, the next we will see that these animals are unisexual. Again, what is the meaning of unisexual? That either the male reproductive organ are present or the female reproductive organ are present. So they are unisexual. Now the example of these are bivalve, like you are telling a CP, that is bivalve, snail. Then what is the next example, children? It is octopus. So these all are the example of this mollusks. Now further you can see here, children, this surprising information is given. This topic is cancelled for you. Then you can see here, collect the information about production of bivalve. This topic is also cancelled out. So this topics you have to cancel in your book also. Now here we can see, children, some diagram for the mollusks are given. So we can see first one is the octopus. It is, this octopus is having the different parts as suckers are there. With the help of these suckers, it hold the prey tightly and suck the nutrition. Tentacles are there, eyes are there, and siphon is there. So this way we can see different parts are there. Then we can see here one more is here, that bivalve, that you are telling CP. that is divided into two. We can open it into two parts. So this is also example of the mollusk. Then snail is there. You might have seen in rainy season. Sometime it is present, and here this is the visual mass black color that is coming out. So these all are the example of the phylum Mollusca. You can see here. Now here some parts are there, children. These parts you have to cancel, children, because these parts are omitted for your portion. This here also you have to cancel. So here I am going to stop this lecture here, children. Now we'll see. Already I marked or highlighted the important point. Again I'm telling you, you have to put today's date and write there, and you have to learn this point for the exam purpose and practice all the diagram from this lesson, as important diagrams are there in this lesson. Thank you, children.